Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to the tutorials. So as I said last week, today we're going to do decreases, so we're going to show you a few different ways of decreasing the number of stitches in a row, again for the purpose of shaping your work and making specific shapes and designs that you're looking to make. So I've got the piece from last time here, just a good way to show you the same thing on the same piece. So we'll look at end of row decreases first of all, and then we'll do middle of the row decreases. So just pull out some yarn. So if you're wanting to do decreases at the start of the row, basically what you do is slip stitch. So if you want to, we say take away 3 stitches, so you go in and tight there and do slip stitch, slip stitch, slip stitch. So it does add a tiny bit of height, but it's enough to, so you just slip stitching along and then you carry on your crochet stitch as normal. Keep going. I feel like this is going to end up looking like a stingray or something. There we go. And then if we decrease 3 stitches at the end, so we can count 1, 2, 3. So this is the last stitch. Decreasing at the end of a row is the easiest because basically you just stop. So you've got 3 stitches left, so you just don't touch them. Leave them alone. And that's how you decrease at the end of a row. So that's really easy. So you just stop when you've got that many stitches left, and then you would chain and turn your work just like that. So at the beginning of a row you would slip stitch, at the end of the row you just don't crochet those stitches. So super easy to do. So that's end of the row. So if you want to do decreases in the middle of the row, there's 2 different kind of methods. You basically, so we'll do a couple of single crochets so that we're in the middle of this row here a little bit. So the first one is to crochet 2 stitches together, so that's the standard decrease. So you put your hook in to the stitch, pull up a loop, then put your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. So you'll have 3 on your hook instead of 2, and then you just yarn over and pull through all of them. So you've turned 2 stitches into 1 stitch. So see if you can see that there. So you've got these 2 stitches, now 1 stitch. So that's one way to do it, and then you would carry on. The other technique, which is what's known as the invisible decrease, which is one that a lot of people prefer for amigurumi. Personally I do as well. I like it. It just looks a bit neater because you can, on the standard decrease you can see it, and you can sometimes feel it as well as a bump. So the invisible decrease, it's a bit more fiddly to do. Essentially you do the front loops only, so you put your hook in and you're just picking up the front loop of your stitch there. So and then so you do that one and then you go straight into the front loop of the next one. So you're going to have these 2 front loops on your hook, then yarn over and pull through. Can be a little bit fiddly to do, so just keep the tension on your working yarn tight. So you do that and then yarn over again and pull through. And that one looks a lot more like a normal single crochet stitch, so that's the benefit of doing the invisible decrease. That one's a wee bit fiddly, so I'll show you it again just for good measure. But we'll turn around and we'll go back on this just to show you. So you can see your little V's at the top, so front loop only means going into that and then going into the front loop of the next stitch at the same time. Then yarn over, pull it through those 2 loops on your hook, and then yarn over, pull through again, and then you just carry on. So that's the invisible decrease as well. If you're new to crochet, you might find that quite difficult, so there's nothing wrong with doing a standard decrease of crocheting 2 stitches together until you get more comfortable with it. But the invisible decrease certainly does have its place, and I think it's very useful for amigurumi, especially because it keeps the outside of the plushie looking more consistent. And it's less obvious when there's decreases as well, so it does look a bit better. But the standard decrease is absolutely fine as well if that's all you're able to do. But you can see all these increases and decreases. You can see that this little piece of fabric's really wanting to take a shape now, so that's the purpose of doing your increases and your decreases, is that you can make shapes that you want to make. Especially good for making garments as well, if you're making something that's a bit more fitted. So scarves and things are easy, but you're just making straight lines and flat pieces. But if you want to make tops, if you want to make certain garments, then having them fitted, that works a bit better. So that's kind of the purpose of increasing and decreasing, is to create the shape that you want. So that's how to do your standard increases and decreases. As I say, I've done it all in single crochet. Basically the same applies if you're working it in double crochet. You just do the same stitch but adding in bits, so it works exactly the same way. So hopefully that was helpful. Any questions, any comments, let me know. Thanks very much for watching and listening. Subscribe if you want more. I try to upload a new crochet tutorial every single week. I do also have a blog where I post every Friday talking about something in the crochet world or something to do with crocheting. So that's all there. I also do publish content regularly on my social media channels, some fun behind the scenes, some silly things, and some more useful things. So have a look at that if you're interested in seeing more. And thanks very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.